taking them back with me.
I've done that before. You can take bodies pretty far if they get, like, stuck onto you.
Yeah. Can I ask, why are the crow babies invisible?
There's a lot of theories on that. A lot of people think that maybe, just maybe, it's that they forgot to put in a model.
I'm raising strength.
But I think the more...
Oh, I'm not quite there
You're
yet.
not quite there yet. I think the answer that most people agree on that's most likely is that they just didn't want to put a model in for the crow babies.
That sounds like an excuse for being lazy.
It was probably a last minute decision to even put that in, even though it has voice acted lines and everything like that. And it's supposed to be a relatively sort of secret system to begin with. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, you probably shouldn't be able to see them to begin with, because if you can see them from a distance, you'll know they're there. And maybe they want you to, like, not have the chance to kill the crow babies. I don't know. That could be it too.
I mean, it would be cool if there was, like, a meta reason for it to not just be that they're lazy.
Well, I think the meta reason is that it's not actually a crow baby, it's the eggs talking to you or something like that.
Okay, I accept that.
Like,
that's
if you
fine.
really want to go that direction, you can.
I can accept, like, an egg talking to me. I watched Garfield and Friends as a kid.
I will add that I think 1 and 2 both have eggs in the nest, and I think 3 does not. But I could be wrong.
Well,
there
if
might
it's
be
the
an egg
third
in the
installation, it could have potential to be just a meta joke at that point.
It is. Honestly, in the second game, it was a meta joke. In the second game, Snuggly, I think they just call her Snuggly the crow by that point. But in the second game, I think she's relatively close to the beginning of that game. Like, I've never played that game, but I remember people talking about Snuggly, and I think she's right there at the start. Which is, like, a really weird way to do that. Yes, that is the bonfire you want. I had to think about it for a second.
I had like a 50-50 chance of it being
it was either
right
that
or
one
not.
or the
So from here, I'm not completely sure which way I'm going.
The princess. Straight
This
ahead.
way?
Nope, straight
No.
ahead. Straight ahead.
Okay. Oh, should I sit at that bonfire?
Yes, you
I'm not
should.
officially there.
No, you didn't. You didn't officially sit.
Yeah. Down the stairs.
Down the stairs.
I don't know. I just thought that would be
Down
funnier
the
than it
hatch.
was. I'll kindle this one up later. I don't care yet.
So far, it doesn't matter. You're not really gonna... This is a transient bonfire. It doesn't matter. This one you're not going to be sitting at for very long anyway, because assuming that you actually get into the painting, the painting has its own bonfires. You got to be so careful doing that, because that elevator moves faster than the player falls.
Does it?
When it gets to its full speed, yes. So if you get it within the first, like, just split second, it's fine. But if it has been, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 feet that it's gone down, and you drop off like that, you will keep falling, and the elevator will just be outside of your reach.
I think I remember which way it was.
No, not that way. Okay, so go straight ahead, because you can just hit the thing. If you drop off there, you've got to climb up the railing and go through the whole fucking thing. But with this way, you can just use the up and down elevator and go up and down. In fact, you might be set to it right now. If you go downstairs, you might be able to get in there. I don't remember.
Okay.
You might have to twist it once, but I don't think you do. I think you're there right now. I'm not 100% sure, though. I never remember where the different settings for this elevator actually are. I think
there's a door.
I think if you twist it once, you wind up in the thing down below. Yeah, this is the right one. So be careful, because the painting guardians are in here.
Yeah, they take like 2 hits, right? Now
3 hits total. Also, if you hit them 3 times and they don't die, they're going to be taking bleed damage, which is going to be way fucking more than they can handle. Don't let them swarm you, though, because they are painful as fuck if they are in big packs of people.
Okay. Although I could probably take all of them, just not
Don't get too cocky. Because they're... One-on-one, super easy. They just roll a lot. But if it's like 8 of them at once, they're going to roll out while their friends are rolling in. And the guys that are on your peripheral are going to be doing that. And they're going to parry you. And it's just going to be a big pain. Because they are smart enemies. You do have to be careful. They do drink sometimes. And they use items, which is real weird.
Could be weirder.
I think that's all of the ones that you have to aggro. So just go up to the painting now. You ready to blue skidoo?
Do 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 do.
Or
why
Mario
is this
64
a thing happening?
Or anything else.
Why is this a thing happening?
Because the gods don't like dark, and they decided they wanted to seal an abomination away in a painting, which is real dumb. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that.
Yeah,
that seems like the worst idea.
You have to create an entire new dimension to make this work. It seems like you could just stick someone in a box and maybe put a sword in the box.
Wait, welcome to the painted world of Ariamis. Do not go backwards, that is death.
Yeah,
go
so
forward.
I can't leave, huh?
Not until you find a bonfire.
Okay, so I can bonfire out of here.
You can warp in and out of this area. I believe the first bonfire is also a warp, but I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me when I say that.
So, I like that it is a slightly different aesthetic, at least. It was like a black and white painting, and it's like a black rocks and snow.
It's supposed to be just dark rocks and snow. Huh. And then you got stuff like this happening.
Just letting me know I'm in the Forbidden Zone, huh?
Just letting you know you're in the dark world full of abominations. This, I'm going to tell you right now, started out as a prison for the abomination. You can sit down. This one you can totally kindle if you want to, by the way. You're going to be here a lot. You're going to be here a lot.
Okay.
This started out as a prison for a single person, and the gods started using it as a trash bin after it was made for that single person. Because it was made for... I'm just going to keep calling her the Abomination, but that's obviously not a real name. Mm-hmm. It was made for her by potentially Ariamis, or Ariamis just had the painting to begin with, and the gods used it for her.
Why was it in jail? Why was the doll in jail, I mean?
I don't know, somebody stole the doll at some point, possibly. But the idea is that this was her prison, and she was just supposed to be here, and this was probably just snow and rocks to begin with. And then the gods got cocky and went, well, if we find anything that we don't like, we can just put it in the painting, right? So they just started shoving shit they don't like in here. So anything related to dark, because gods hate dark.
I don't really like this game either. I can understand
the god of gods is the god of the sun, and darkness is very much something that is tied to humanity rather than gods. Darkness is a super effective element on gods. Gods takes like a lot of damage from dark weapons specifically. So basically they just started taking anything dark and cramming it in here.
Like these guys.
These are just pygmies. These guys may have been human beings at some point that they didn't like, but they may have originated here. They may have put the abomination in here with like... Here? Well, they might have put the abomination in here with like 80 people or something. To keep her company, who knows.
So something just flew off.
Yep, like a big crow. Yeah, be careful because you're really low on life. Yeah. Somebody was pegging you with arrows real good.
Yeah, I can
He's
see
still
that.
doing it, yeah. So be careful, there are multiple enemy types in here, and you're only seeing a couple of them so far. There we go.
Oh, boy.
So be careful, those guys explode into toxic. You are now on borrowed fucking time until you can use the right item to heal yourself. Do you remember what it is? It's the blooming moss clump.
Yeah, it said toxin on it,
yeah,
I noticed.
So toxic is the advanced poison, and it hurts like shit. These guys you do not want to be close to when you're hitting. You want to make sure that they're right at the farthest point from your sword, or you want to hit them from a distance, yes. Like this.
But
the problem is that it's taking 3 to kill him, and you only have like a handful of each of your spells. And there's probably more than just him here. When they die, that's when they inflict toxic. They burst.
Okay.
They're like big old blister men. In fact, if you want to, I don't think anybody would judge you for putting... Well, you've only got 2 left, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say putting blooming on your hotbar, but to be honest, you've only got 2 left, and there's a lot more in here. So,
oh boy.
like, just as a warning, real quick, there's a lot more in here.
What's this?
That looks to be a doorway.
A mine shaft? It looks like dark. Oh, when I get close to it,
Yeah,
it
no,
lights
I think-
up. I was
I think
thinking, like,
there's some
oh
stuff
boy,
in
this
there.
could be a hole. Oh, it is still a hole.
Yeah, well, it's mostly a hole. You might be able to...
Okay, that's jumpable. There's probably some guy
I think
just
there's
lurking.
rats down there.
I
There
can
might
handle
be
rats.
people. There might be people, too,
Oh,
so
there
you
was
might
a-
want to be
there was
careful.
a
Yeah, there's
stair.
a stairs there. There might be a dude. So those guys, by the way... Oh, yeah, it's the unique rat.
Oh,
It's a white rat.
Oh,
there's 2 of them down here, and I think this is the only place you can find
did
the
they
white rats.
respawn if I kill them?
I believe they do. They're also not like non-hostile. They are totally hostile rats. The one behind the barrels is supposed to hit you when you go for the one that's sitting in the corner. He was a trap. The one in the corner is just bait. He will probably still totally attack you if you get close enough, though.
I like them, and I kind of wish I could come back and just tame them or something.
Yeah, unfortunately. You've found a hard soul. Or a
Yeah.
hard...
yeah, both.
hard souls. Hard souls, yeah.
I picked up a humanity off of the rat and
Yeah,
a
hard
hard
humanity
soul
and a hard soul.
off of the body. Yeah.
Yep.
So they were cute.
I am going to tell right now, just real fast, I am going to warn people that the Painted World of Ariamis is not one of the areas that I know very well. So this is really just kind of... I don't know diddly shit about this area. This area is one of the few that I don't have mapped out in my head, that I don't know near enough about, and it's just like, we might fuck up royally here. I gotta be real. I don't know for real. Oh. You might want to heal. You're very hurt. So yeah, that was 2 hits with your sword, and then 1 with the pyromancy.
Yeah,
if you think
that
you can make
kinda
it work,
works.
yeah. Because they only do the toxic when they die, and you have to be real close to them for it to go off. They also do pyromancy, by the way. That's totally what they are doing right there. They have their own little gloves, and
Oh,
they're
I
tossing
accidentally
fireballs
threw
at
this
you.
off. Whoops. I was trying to heal.
You might want to
Whatever.
take both of those off of your hot bar, by the way.
Yeah, the
Other one.
yeah. The fire
There
bombs
you
though,
go.
that might come in handy.
Yeah, if you want to keep them, that's fair
Yeah.
enough.
So let's see. I came down from there, right?
Yep.
So what is out?
Yeah, check your
here?
corners if you can, because this area
This has
is
nothing.
clearly trying to
Oh,
pull enemies
There was
out
a
as
guy
best
in
it
front
can.
of me for some reason.
He was probably sitting on a landing waiting for you to walk out there. A lot of these enemies are going to wind up doing stuff like that. Because they're dicks. Pretty much entirely all of these guys are dicks. Just about everything. And there's a very good chance that these weird guys who have vague pyromancy but are also infected are probably in here because there was some kind of plague that afflicted humanity that involved the dark, and they were just pushed into the trash bin. Because I think
Okay.
these guys literally have a name that is related to, like, plague, but I don't remember what it is. I want to say it's, like, plague burst or some stupid thing that's kind of nonsense like that.
Hi.
Oh, that was a real bad trap. Good job,
Yeah.
idiot. He came up before you took the item.
Yeah.
What a dope. Okay. So yeah, be careful because there's clearly some guys shooting arrows around here too.
Yeah.
They want to hit you bad.
Oh, dead end.
So
It's
there's
interesting that it's all.
you could roll
there's-
through that window onto the staircase if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm just sort of doing
Oh, I know
whatever.
where you are. Go. Oh fuck. You're. Oh god. Okay, go into this building. Go into this building.
This building?
Yeah. However you can. Maybe through that. Like I said, I don't remember the map
Yeah,
well
so
enough.
I'm just kind of doing whatever.
I know generally where some of this stuff is going to be. Ooh, be careful of her. She has a grab. So these are crow demons. They also live in here. People really like crow demons.
Like
They're-
in a sexy way or what?
in multiple ways. I mean, you could probably say in a sexy way, sure.
Someone might.
I mean, they got nice butts, I guess. that's the argument that everyone makes.
Butt.
Everybody always points out that they got real nice lady butts, I guess. They got crow feet, and they're just kind of birds outside of that.
It's just a nude lady from the waist down, though.
It's like a reverse harpy.
No, that's just still a harpy. It's just like a classical harpy.
That big, let's see, I think that door right there takes a key, and that door right there...
That's the boss, isn't it?
No. I think that one is not the boss.
Well, that message said need humanity.
Wait. There's a door there, too, in front of that message. Try opening that one.
Oh. Maybe this needs humanity?
No, okay. So that's the door that needs a key. That's the boss. The other one is a fake out.
And there's a circle.
Yeah. So just go up and hit that door. If it is a boss, I'm real sorry, but I'm almost positive.
Yeah, if it is a boss... You have to take out the
almost
trash.
Positive it isn't.
Let's see.
I think if it is, it's... No, it's not. It's a fake out. Although that's kind of a boss. You can run past him. That's Phalanx. Them. So do you see the door in the back left-hand corner there? No. Turn it a little more. That door there.
I kind of see it, yeah.
Behind the statue. You want to hit that door as fast as you can.
All right.
Be careful of Phalanx. It's a collective of about 12 or 15 different enemies, and they have spears and shields.
I could fight them in theory.
Yeah, hit the door first.
Slow.
Hit the door first. Doesn't matter. Hit the door first. That's your big 100%. That is the first thing you want to do. Because that is the courtyard with the bonfire in it. This is the bonfire right there.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just wanted to hit that door first, so that you now have a direct beeline into that room. You don't have to walk around the outside of the castle anymore.
Okay.
Now you can fight Phalanx if you want to.
Let's try, because it looked pretty slow.
Yeah. A Phalanx, of course, is a Roman battle formation that is literally just me and my friends have shields and spears. And you sit behind the shield with the spear over the shield, and you toss it out. Careful, because they do totally throw their shit.
Okay.
And they are individuals, but they are considered one being. I do believe that they each have their own unique health, however. And there are some attacks that you want to be careful of with them. They're very slow moving.
Yeah.
But they have pretty good range and pretty good defense, just in general. They also hit pretty hard. And they all attack in unison, and they throw their spears, which is the most annoying part of this. And those are just spears, like actual... Sometimes you can pick them up off of them. They are starting gear spears.
Hey, these guys, do they respawn?
I don't actually remember, truth be told. I don't know.
And if so... or if not, do they, individually stay dead?
Okay, they're one individual. Again, I need to point that out. They are
in
considered
the game,
one thing.
They're a single
multiple
entity.
Bodies, yeah, but they're considered Phalanx. As in, I think you can argue that they're multiples, but I think the game considers them one individual. I'm not 100% sure about that, so don't quote me. Again, I don't... Painted World of Aureamis, I have no idea. I'm just going off of what I vaguely remember, but most of this is I don't fucking know, dude. You can walk around them, by the way. You can hit them better from other angles.
Probably.
If you think that you should get better angles on them.
Are we getting slowed down?
No. No, you're fine.
Okay. Oh, hello.
Shouldn't be, anyway.
I don't know. It felt like I was getting some slowdown.
I didn't notice any. It seemed fine. But yeah, they're just kind of around, and the idea is that they're gonna just swarm you. Basically, that's their whole purpose in life. Is they can do pincer moves because there's so many of them, and they're moving so fucking slow that while you're sitting here fighting these two over here, you might have 5 walking around your backside.
No, this is totally slowing down.
No, they're slow. From a distance, they're doing that thing that models from a distance in this game.
Damn it.
Will slow down their frame rates, and I think they do it from a shorter distance than everyone else.
Okay.
So don't worry, that's not the
All right,
game.
all right.
That's
I kinda
the
get it.
individual
It's
enemy
annoying,
FPS.
though.
It's because there's so many there, and they don't want the game to slow down because there's a bunch of enemies standing around.
Yeah. Okay.
It honestly, our computer could handle it. It's just because this game was made in like 2009.
So that looks like they're all back.
Yeah, I think they're all back.
Okay. So if I get up to that statue, like, is there an item for beating all these guys?
I don't actually think there is.
Huh.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there ain't. And you know once they've procced because they all just kind of fall.
Yeah, they hop.
Yeah, the pyromancy would probably be the best way to do it, so long as you're aware of how much damage you're taking from like spears being thrown at you.
Yeah.
Right at the start. I don't know if it's going to help you anymore now because now they're starting to spread out. But when they're all clumped up together like that, it does pretty good, decent damage because you're hitting multiples because you get your AoE going off.
Or just, having enough distance for a little while to get the worst of it.
Yeah, that too. That totally helps as well.
Now I'm down to my smaller balls.
Unfortunate. Although it still seems like it's doing an okay damage, I guess. So after this, you'll have to sit down and see if these guys respawn or not, because I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, not immediately. Feel free to explore the courtyard, but if they do stay dead, that's cool. If they don't stay dead, it doesn't matter because they're so slow moving that as long as you're not sitting right inside their aggro range, it's probably fine. To be honest.
Yeah. So, is there a lore reason that they're fucked up like this? Is there a teleporter accident?
I don't know. I want to say that there might be, but I can't remember. I think it might have something to do with, like, they're such a tight-knit group of soldiers who fight together or something like that they fused into a singular entity or some garbage like that. They're just bubblegum monsters, though. They've also got spears in their backs. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I did.
Like, those are the ones that they're throwing.
That's why they don't run out of ammo?
Yeah, that's the ones that they're throwing. You're getting nowhere.
Oof.
He was blocking every hit you had.
Shit. Well, whatever. Every time I kill one, it gives me like 500. This would be a really good place to level grind.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm on that.
Yeah,
I'll just move
okay,
around
if you want
them
to
now.
keep doing
I
it,
don't
go for it.
care. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting there's that one guy there.
That's fine.
Alright, so...
Okay, before you go over there, go back to the bonfire.
Why?
I want you to have humanity when you do this. There is a unique guy who shows up if you're human. It's not an NPC.
Okay.
So go ahead and you don't have the humanity on you to reverse it.
I'm gonna check my level ups. I could pop hard souls, but I don't know if I care enough. This area would be really good to level grind in, so it might not matter.
I hear that, yeah.
Oh, wrong thing.
So yeah, just pop a humanity. Let's make it work.
I love my tiny arms.
Yeah, you don't have Havel's gauntlets on. His gloves, by the way, I think have the most poise out of everything in his suit. By weight. Like, I think their weight ratio to poise is the best.
I just like that I have little rat arms.
Yeah, it might be beneficial to us to possibly switch out maybe like his main body armor for his gloves and then put something else on, but we don't have to do that right now. That's fine. If you want to just stay the way you are, that's totally
fine
good.
with it for now. It's working fine.
Yeah, it works okay.
So there's something that'll show up if I'm human?
Yeah, but you got to hang a hard right over here. So don't go and pop phalanx. Just walk out here.
Into the lynch ground.
Yeah, the horrible death world. They're actually crucified, all these guys.
Yeah, no, lynching is a different.
Yeah, that would require some other things. But these guys are just crucified up on spikes.
With some
heal yourself.
Oh, good call.
I think it's to the left slightly from here.
It's like a fucking pygmy down there, just sort of scooting around.
Yeah, well, you're always going to see at least one of them hanging out around here somewhere.
Speaking of...
There's a few of them hanging out around here, yeah. He's not the only one. Although I think that was the one with the torch that you kept seeing. Heal again and then pick up that item.
Man, does this armor just not have fire resistance, or are they just extra strong?
They're just, I don't know, they're just doing fire. Look around out here. You might have to be in a specific area to pop him, or maybe it's, is it a little farther out?
Well, there's a bunch of traps. Or at least they look like this is going to be a trap. I walk over here and some asshole shows up behind me.
No? Okay. Maybe you have to be farther into this zone for... Oh, no, there it is. King Jeremiah. You're going to have to kill him.
Oh.
So you've been invaded by Dark King Jeremiah and his terrible hat.
That's a hat?
Yeah, that's, you remember the guy who helped us with Ornstein and Smough had that hat on. This guy's a pyromancer. He's, he basically, if you can hit him, and stop him from pyromancing, he's fucked. Because, he has a whip, too, so be careful. He does have some means of melee. He's dead!
Why the hat?
Dark King Jeremiah!
What is that hat supposed to signify?
It's a holdover from Demon
whip.
Souls, if I remember correctly. And that hat appears in every single Dark Souls game ever. And every time it appears, it looks worse off and worse off.
Okay, so it's just an in-joke.
No, because, okay, in the first one, the guy who has it is like the Emperor something. He's a guy who casts magic who, in Demon Souls, is heavily implied to have a parasite in his head that is absolutely fucking enormous.
Oh, so he's bounded up so he looks slightly less weird?
Yeah, and in this game, it's just a hat. It's just an empty fucking hat that improves your pyromancy specifically. And it's like, okay. And then in the fucking game after this, Dark Souls 2, I don't know what it looks like, but in Dark Souls 3, the hat is squished and broken. Like, people have been wearing it so often that it's just starting to fall apart, and it looks like a terrible, terrible chef's hat. Yeah, that's a guy shooting arrows.
Yeah, I can tell.
There's nothing over here.
That's fine.
Yeah, you gotta climb the stairs.
Oh, I've got a shitload of souls. What am I doing out here?
Yeah. You, when you killed Jeremiah, he dropped a bunch of souls.
That's cool.
Don't run into Phalanx.
I mean, I could, and then I could run away.
Yeah, potentially, but, just be careful if you do. Don't die.
Yeah.
Potentially you might have enough for 2 level ups, but you might only have 1, and there might be like 1,000
I'm just gonna buff
off.
strength and dexterity and even numbers like we've been doing.
If you wanna. Yeah, you're 1,000 off.
That's fine.
Do you have... No, you picked up a heart soul.
I know, I've got like a source of souls right out here.
If you're sure. I know you're thinking of Phalanx, but be careful because if you do get killed by him,
there's not even just that. I'm missing 1,000 or so.
It's something like that.
That guy dropped 300. 600. Let's see if that's enough.
Maybe, yeah.
See, this place is going to be real good for level ups if it matters at all.
Okay.
Eh.
Fair enough. Okay. So, can I make a suggestion?
What?
Let's end the recording.
Yeah, actually, we've
I'm
been
starting
at
to
it a
get
while.
pretty tired. Yeah.
It's okay. And off screen, if I really need extra fucking levels, like I can just keep going in there.
Totally grind Phalanx.
And then if I die against him, I just walk right back in. It'll be too slow to stop me.
Yep, because the bonfire is right here, and he's literally up a flight of stairs.
That works.
So final thoughts so far on this session?
I feel like we're in a good momentum. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
not
Like,
bad.
we've got a place to grind. I still have a lot of problems with the fact that it's non-linear in a way that feels like it just doesn't motivate you to go anywhere.
Yeah,
It's okay, so like there's parts of this setting where you can see other parts of the world from places, and sometimes that feels like, oh, I can go there. And then there's a lot of this shit that's like, I wouldn't think that this is a place I need to go. There's a bunch of little weird holes and caves, and this is inside a different dimension, so I wouldn't have known this was here.
Yeah, you're in someone's like evil trash can.
Yeah, there was no reason for me to try and go back to the asylum or anything. Like, this just without you telling me there's things here, here, and here. I mean, exploration's fine, except that this game hates me and wants me to not play it. You know, everything kills you really easy, and there's ledges you'll fall off of just by existing near them. So it's like we're at a point where there's no actual motivation to do anything.
Notice, by the way, there are a ton of crows in here.
Oh yes, I've noticed.
There's a goddess of crows who is Velka, who's the goddess of sin, who is often connected to the dark.
Okay.
So I'm going to be a little bit of a spoiler like dick here and point out that you never see Velka in any Dark Souls game.
Okay.
She's one of the only gods or goddesses that you do not see.
Okay.
So a lot of people think that the large crow is probably Velka.
Sure. I don't know. But I was
But
just saying,
this whole area is just, it stinks of Velka, honestly.
yeah, like there's a lot of things that I'm able to fight now, and that's cool. But I've got no indication of where they are or why I should care, and that's not cool. And that's kind of annoying. Just in general, the way this game is structured just kind of feels to me, they could have done better. Given us some more NPC dialogue that nudged us or something. Having fun there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm done. I think
Okay.
I'm done with thinking finally. Final thoughts.
Yep. I got nothing. We accomplished an awful fucking lot in this session.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe we droned on a little bit, but when I go in and cut it for editing, we'll see exactly what happens.
Yeah, no, I think it's been mostly fine. There was an awful lot of you trying to tell me to heal or to go into certain angles or rolling at certain times where it was like just sort of distracting me.
I guess because the Fang Boarhelm is heavier than Havel's, and it's not as good, Grandma's new hat might be Havel's.
I'm just going to draw her with the pig hat forever.
Yeah,
oh,
I
by
wish
the way,
the
we
pig hat was
haven't mentioned,
lighter.
I made new title card art
Well, yeah,
finally.
it's way the hell in here.
Yeah,
already.
yeah, I mean, it took me a
probably like
while
10
to do it,
episodes
though.
away from that.
It's because the style of this game is everything super, like, detailed, but it's all brown and gray, so it's muddy, so it's like, I don't really want to do that. And then we had Spider Sister and Cat Sister, so it's like, you know what, it's just a sister selfie, I'll just do that.
Yeah, and Grandma's dressed like a rock now.
Yeah, it's not as good. The pig hat would make this better. I like the tiny arms, though. It's just literally
It's
her arms.
so weird. She doesn't even have sleeves on.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's funny.
All right, I got nothing else.
Yeah, we're good. We're
All
done.
right. Good night, everybody.
Just sort of shaving you with that sword.
Well, there's some feet in her face. Maybe she's trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, that would help. Get the
right.
feet out of your face.
Anyway, yeah. Good night.
Good night.